Hello. It'll be very soon. There we go. Hello everyone. Decided to go for just the jugular basically as far as bucket list games go. How could I not? This is true. So there it is. First fan translated game we're playing on here, and I think it is anyway. Pretty sure it is. Certainly of this length, and probably the biggest fan translation game out there, really. Certainly one of the most notable ones. One I've been meaning to get to for over 10 years now, because I believe this came out 10 years ago, this fan translation. So, better late than never. A time like the present. There he is, Shigesato Itoi, who I believe is an essayist? It's a strange role like that, but he, there you go, HAL Laboratory as well. What's that doggo logo? Yep. Shampoo's French. No, not quite. Not quite. If you want to talk about like an official fan dub, the guy who voices Guybrush Threepwood from Curse of Monkey Island onwards was already a fan of the series when he was asked. So he's a promoted fan, basically. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The best fan dub. So here we go. So I have played Earthbound before, and this seems to start very similarly. Like you wake up out of bed, but not before we decide some names. Now, if it's a moot character in the game, I often go with James. Like I actually do that with Zelda. Apart from Breath of the Wild, obviously. But I don't know. In this case, I feel like probably just because of his inclusion in Smash Brothers, it just feels right to call Lucas Lucas. So we're gonna go with the default names for all the human characters. So what's the older one called again? Claus, yeah. So yeah, we'll keep that as well. I could call him Tom, couldn't I? And then Flint? Yeah, Flint. That's pretty adorable, isn't it? Beloved Mother! Hinawa. So yeah, we'll keep all these. Now this is where we can have a bit of fun. What should we name the dog? Wait, is Bodhi the canon name? Yeah, give me suggestions for the dog name. Quicker. Going with the Earthbound theme, are you? For a few more suggestions, I will try and narrow it down. Trying to think. I don't know what breed that would be. And I assume it probably doesn't assign the dog a gender, so you can just call it whatever. It's like for people who had dogs, they could call it whatever theirs is without it being tripped up that way. Pugsley, Grum. I think it'll just about fit. I was reading about that earlier. Yeah, that dog's a playable character, isn't it? So there we go. I've portmanteaued 2 of those. So Crickens is Grum suggested and Peds is Pugsley. I did think of Pugsley. That gets around the fact that doesn't appear to be a pug, but we still have a bit of Pugsley in there. The dog's smoking a fucking pipe. Sure. Why not? So yeah, we happy with Grumsley? You played that back on 360 when it came out, did you, Peds? It's cool that's getting made available again, because it seems to be one of the more popular games in that series. Favourite homemade food? Yeah, I've gone through these before. I think like pasta's probably like the one though. Lean towards. I actually don't know what that is. Gratin? 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 I don't know. Alright. Oh no. Well, I don't think of those as homemade. That would be very strange. Yeah, probably a bit of a boring one, probably pasta. Let's go As I say, there's a bit of potential for pervertedness in this answer. You're not a fan, Ben. At least pick lasagna. Alright, for you, I was thinking lasagna. Hot DT. Chicken tikka pizza. That's definitely worth it. Alright, let's go Garfield style then. I'm 90% sure this is how you spell it, but I don't want to have a typo the whole game, so I'm gonna check. Yeah, that's Sagna. Oh wait, is it? No, it's with an E at the end, is it? Actually, yeah, that would make more sense. Oh wait, is it? This is hardly important. Let me get this right. I suspect it might be something where... Oh, right, it's a plural then, so... Yeah, like, as in most other types of pasta, the Italian word is a plural form, lasagna with an E, meaning more than one sheet of lasagna with an A. There are many other languages a derivative of the singular word lasagna is used for the popular baking pasta dish. Okay, so we can say lasagna. So we can stick with the A then. Cool. Oh, we'll come back to Wanted. What's our favourite Finn love? Aww. Home run. Yeah, if we can, we won't go with the default suggestion. So again, what could be our favourite top spec? Mount Fuji? G-Arcade! Yep. Oh my goodness, yeah. Perfect answer. GRK. It says depressive things about our priorities, but GRK. Now again, I've got to. What I'm always not quite sure on the capitalization of GRK. Is it the GR that's capitalized and everything else is okay, GR. Not least favourite then. Oh, too late now. There we go. It's a shill of a stream. Got some product placement. He's more reset error boy. Okay. There we go. Quite happy with that list, that lot we've ended up with. Be a nice surprise for Grub when he whenever he tunes into one of these. Sorry, don't mind the game turning off. Every time I alt tab out of the way I'm having to capture it does that unfortunately. I went through these earlier. I find a lot of these aren't very easy on the eyes. I think I've had Grape like the most. So I usually go green, but that's too light a shades of green, I think. So we'll go Grape. A tasty grape. There we go. Here's our beautiful lot. I suppose we could have renamed characters, but if they have ascribed like personalities to them, I generally just happily stick with the defaults. Like, it's kind of weird going back. A lot of the old Final Fantasies even get up to like whoa, why are we getting music? Weird jittery music. What the hell's causing that? That's a bit weird. Let's see what's going on. Okay, hopefully it'll be alright. Well, so the thing is, that's where I think this might help, the thing that reduces latency, because I've heard that, because it's so demanding in terms of timing. So this run back thing that kind of saves a frame of input lag, I'm hoping that'll help. It seems kind of perfect for it, honestly. There we go. Don't know a whole lot of what to expect with this, honestly. Aware islands. That's most people's experience, really. It does feel a bit weird still having a character in Smash whose game we've never seen over here. Oh, I recognise this song actually. I think this is in Smash. Yeah, that little ditty there, yeah. This is why I'm streaming it, Cricken. I felt like, say Monster Boy, even though I loved it, I probably wouldn't have ploughed through that like I did the past few days if I wasn't streaming it. Yeah, Earthbound, well I know Mother 1 is meant to be even more tricky, but Earthbound or Mother 2 is meant to be pretty goddamn grueling in that sense. And you go to sleep. Oh, that's my bro! Dragos brought their babies over, they're really cute. So for the tiny bit I played of this before streaming, I can tell this really has the mother sense of humour. It's my mum's bed. Oh man. It's starved for space, sorry. I love the clean mother art style, just beautifully simple. Which is actually why I'm happy like not using the scanline shader on this. Where's my Jammies alternative outfit for Lucas? Smash. Hello, mother. Sleepy ugly. Alright, let's go in Smash costume 1. There we are. Let's just go around and back throw everyone. Seriously, his and Ness's back throw in Smash. They are something else. I don't know if there are any, actually, pairs, funny enough. You're much manlier now. Oh, cheers, man. I'll tell people you said that, if they ever doubt me. Go down the tree. So, try to imagine what this would look like on the GBA screen as well, as in the original. Hey! This game's really amazing. Yo, my club. Too late rise. I love this song. I have heard this song before. Yeah, I think it might be in Smash. The pig next to me says worries me. Don't worry about it. It'd be handy to remember that. Aw, cheers, Alec. Baldwin? No. Too much beard for Baldwin. Actually, it looks like my dad, and my dad's called Alex. Well, again, maybe too much beard, but in a way. What's your frogs on? Ah. It's one of those games where you talk to frogs to save. We'll remember that for the next playthrough, pads. Sure, it won't be before long. Alright, hands at your feet. You might accidentally step on them, so don't continue that. That's the best reason to be blockaded from a pathway. That's so wholesome. We're not going that way, so we don't step on the ants. Pokemon should do that. Never mind like an NPC not minding their business. As you do. Fair play. I have the one in the middle. A smile. Alright. It's like that famous movie. Billy and the Clonosaurus. Lucas still does not around. Oh. So we have got a run button, which is a nice boon over Earthbound, honestly. Is this, what do they call it, a Drago? Are they a willing participant? Yeah, that'd be a cool way to do it, Kraken. You'll have a 60% of 7, look at That's how I would have wanted to do it years ago, but I never did get around to getting a GBA flashcard. I wish so badly the DSi XL had Game Boy Advance compatibility, because that's really... I don't want to go back to screens smaller than that. Wow, yeah, you can go there. Fast pace. Oh, it's a Draco baby! It's a babby! I turn on mood that face. These games like to have insects very talkative like that in their openings. Oh wow, yeah, we're definitely above our territory now. Wow, I don't know if that's a good result or not. I think that went well as far as music. Pressing A to the music went. Yeah, I was surprised at that as well. I guess there's just not a way for it to tap into the appropriate hardware. I don't know if like a flag has to be checked on the hardware in terms of a card being put into the GBA side of the DS. I know there's a GBA emulator on DSi at least, I think, although I don't think it's meant to be very good. I don't know actually. So now that I'm saying that. One cool one I found using the DS flash card, like the DS has the same resolution as the Master System. So you can emulate that on there pretty well, like it's just 1-to-1 on the screen. So that ends up looking quite nice and sharp. So it met a similar fate to the Bee in Earthbound then. Oh, there we go. Name drop. That's an appropriate reaction to lasagna. Ah, it's our granddad. It's alright, Granddad. Surely figure that out. Nothing wrong with a good full fall break. This song I recognise. You get away with it being whatever food we name it when the visuals are this abstract and simple. I don't know if they could do that in the 3D game as easily. Oh, I see, so we're visiting Grandad. Ah, Jesus. Poor Lucas. I know he's meant to be a bit more timid than the usual character. Oh, is he running that? Just like you said they would, children would be running around the mountains and fields tirelessly since the moment we arrived. Klaus is as daring and full of energy as ever, while Lucas is still a bit coddled. Neither one seems tired of playing at all. My father seems sad to say goodbye to his grandchildren after seeing them for the first time in so long, though we should be home by this evening. I forgot how nice and refreshing the mountain air is. You're always covered in the smell of sheep back in Millie village, so I really wish you could have been here to take in this air. Next time we visit, let's ask one of our neighbours to tend to the sheep so we can all come up here as a family. Klaus, Lucas and I were always thinking about you. If we get home this evening, I'll start cooking some of your favourite lasagna right away. Love, your dearest Hinawa? Lovely. This game's very cozy so far, isn't it? Ah! And that I definitely recognise from Smash. A Pokey or Porky? Well, as I associate that song with a stage I don't like very much. God should know. I wonder what they would call this if they did localise it. Would they still stick by Mother through it? Oh god. Oh, this game's gonna have a great soundtrack. It's one of the weird pig army things. I do remember them featuring in Subspace Emissary, but... Yeah, I know this is divided into chapters, so in the way where it seems like he plays different characters, I think. Oh, nice. What a lovely topic to start with. Dear. Huge fiery, flamey fire. Like her outfit. Just ripped the door now. So, will this do the thing where whichever character we are is kind of mute? We didn't see them at all. Call for reckless nice guys like you. Oh, there we go, we got a Tom. There you go, Peds. We got a Tom in some way or some form or another. Hey, little Grumsley. Hey, buddy. Oh no, this is what they do refer to. So there's a male dog. Good boy. It's a stealth Stardew Valley Harvest Moon game. So I wonder how this game is in terms of inventory space, because I know... Because, Earthbound or Mother 2 was really stingy on that thing. Yeah, I guess. Which, granted, that would be a bit maddening in a way because it would be out of sync then. But yeah, I guess they are sticking with the name Earthbound, uh, West Side. I feel like people. I think like enough people know that it's. Enough people know that Mother and Earthbound are the same. But yeah, I suppose them still using the name Earthbound. I mean, granted, that's what the NES game was going to be called anyway, when they were going to localize it. The Sunshine Thrust is on time. Yeah, come along, Jackie. Oh, Jackie. Let's do another party member for turn-based combat. Yeah, it's a little weird because Nintendo. A lot of people think Mother 2 is kind of like sort of like Mother 1 was like the draft for Mother 2 to follow. Bit of a worry wart, are you, Thomas? Like his scurrying feet as he runs. I put him maps. So we got the tingle of the game right here. Thank you. Fill your right index finger with a wish or strength. Gotta do something hard at it. What a poetic way to describe pressing the shoulder button. Good. North is in North South. Thank you, Pads. No, that's for 3 months, Pads, at least. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that very much, sir. I have to get around to making more notes, don't I? Here, there was a cough. Yeah, Reddit's a bit weird in this. So you hold B on the spot, your character kind of gets charged like that, and then you let go of B. Because if you hold B and then move with the D-pad, that doesn't work. So you gotta let go. It's not too bad. It's just a little jarring. You gotta get used to it. Save our game. I've only got 2 slots, so I can't do my thing where I fill out like a million save slots. Probably alternate between them. Edible mushroom. So as soon as the game starts off fairly linear, it is trying to kind of follow you down a certain path. Let's go to the cemetery. Oh. Killjoy. Gwen's got a nut. Single nut and nut bread. Oh, really talking? What? What? Hey, BFG, you alright, buddy? My goodness, well... Well, good effort. Keep doing that. Oh god, Peds. Sparrow advice for Silver. I'm going to use game lingo rather than comparisons. You by pressing start. Yeah, we're probably not going to use sleep, I don't think, on this. I don't think that'll be needed. I'm gonna do a slight change, actually, though. Should have so. Oh, there we go. Smooths so the notification. Yeah, the guy following me is Thomas. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. The Game Boy VODs. I think from like a year or two in, games started having optional sleep modes. Which is, I mean, you think about that now, that's invaluable to a handheld, but I didn't have that for the longest time. I do remember using them a bit. Strange. Sparrow advice. Very in character, you're a little sparrow. Alright, God, help me out. Is it wrong of him to think that we should be, what was it, like, giving our cards to the forest gods, whatever it was? Is he right on that front? Answers on the postcard. Hello! Oh, blimey, hello, Lewis! You alright, man? Yeah, it's been on mine for so long. Oh, alright, Cricket will be mean. How you doing, Lou? Yeah, thanks for the look. We got another fellow from Nintendo South Wales in here, Peds and Cricket, and Louis, Peds and Cricket are two folks I often do online game stuff with off an internet forum. Is it so wrong of me to think that? Oh, right. This is a but thou must kind of thing going on, I think. Pray. Pray that the forest and the people and the animals and I can all have happiness. Alright, we'll go pray. Oh, blimey. Appropriate instrument choice. Give our regards to every frog. Good to hear, man. What game or games have you been playing lately, Louis? And don't worry too much about the spoilers. We've only started this today. We're like half an hour in at most, basically. Oh, hold on. What's answer with a calm mind? Please tell me your name. Yes, the name of the person playing this game. If I wasn't streaming, I would just go with James, but we'll keep this in character, I suppose. There we go. Earthbound did something like this as well. That's my birthday. If I can't do it for free, we'll forget you were ever asked this question. Yes. What are you talking about? No, I'm glad we got that sorted. Big giant foresty fire. Wait, there's a people's names? Lighter and Fuel, wow. I guess that theme is kind of just the motif that goes throughout this. As I said, I just can't. I hear that, I just think of that really annoying New Pork City stage. I got the Batman TV theme going on there, I guess. Oh, because we're fighting the bats! I always love the bizarre backgrounds in these games. Well, at least Earthbound and this one. Mother 1, just in the black background. I read that it was like one guy who did it on Earthbound, and that's all he did for like a year or so. Just make all those crazy backgrounds. Yeah, that is definitely Batman, isn't it? Again, a bit of an Earthbound trait, like, blatantly, I don't want to say rip, let's say homage in certain turns. Finding that tune a bit harder to kind of press the button in time to. I don't think the game ever tells you can do that as well with the pressing the A button in time to the music to get more hits. Nice, Louis. Yeah, I love how they implemented the Belmonts in Smash. The people tend to underestimate the reach of the whip, don't they? So you can punish with that quite effectively. Oh god, hot sprint. Let's get Sparrow advice. It's a very pragmatic way to say, hey, you do want to actually do a bit of grinding. Oh, good. That's a bit of a trope, isn't it? Recovering health in a... Wait, need to rush 5-second rejuvenates. Extra syllable. I do think that this is a very lovely kind of evolution of the art style seen in Earthbound, like ever so slightly more detailed it seems like. I guess as the sprites are a little bigger. It keeps cracking me up with how blatant that is. Oh really? So you've been so all of this is familiar to you then? Oh wow, okay. What were you playing that on, Louis? Was that emulator as well, or were you doing like a flash cart on like on a GBA or a DS? What did they say? Ah. Oh god. So maybe take our time, yeah. Yeah, I loved Earthbound. I finally got to Earthbound on Wii U, and that was a bucket list game for the longest time. As is this one, and then I do want to do Mother 1 or Earthbound Beginnings eventually as well. Because I probably should have done that first. I'm kind of cutting to the dessert first by playing this before Mother 1. Satisfied. It's meant to be to kind of the beat of the music, so it's like, is that to the kind of the bass line? Is that to like the main driving melody? Seem to at least be able to do it with that solo, right? One thing I really appreciate with this is the battles, they do go by very quickly. Like, I do like turn-based combat, but I do need, especially when it comes to things like seeing the same animations over and over, I want it to be quite brisk. Thankfully this seems to be quite quick. Yeah, I'm not really that familiar with the GBA side of flashcards. I've got an R4 for my... well, for DS, which, through, it's a bit weird, because I got that from the DS, but I had to use 3DS Homebrew to rip all my DS carts and the saves for them. I know I might have acquired a few games elsewhere, but that's not important. That was only last year as well I did all that. Oh yeah. It seems like with the battle system in these games, it's always like, they're often quite traditional, but there's always like one really interesting little quirk about them. Like, Earthbound had the whole thing where your health would start rolling down, but like if you finished the battle before it rolled down all the way, you wouldn't take as much damage. Which Earthbound got quite clever with then, like you'd face enemies that would land really devastating attacks, but you could kill them quite quickly. Oh. Ah! Oh, no way, you'll be playing it soon then, will you? Nice. Do you, you don't still have your old save file from when you first played it on emulator, although... Although, if it's been long enough since you last played it, you might want to start over anyway, but, you know... So I'm like that with Final Fantasy VI. I got about 12 hours into FF6, and then Splatoon 2 came out and distracted me. So if I play FF6 again, I'd probably start from the beginning, I think. I think it's been long enough. That's really satisfying. Really satisfying to get extra hits in with the, Again, the game doesn't tell you about it, seemingly, but yeah. Actually, Can I use the nut bread instead? Oh no, I want to use it. I don't want to throw the... Fine. Oh, right. In exchange for another nut bread, anyway. I love the personality and sense of humour in these games. Earthbound made me laugh so many times. They're games where I will talk to every NPC, every person around, because there's always funny writing lurking about. Oh no! God, let's get them out, sure. Nice, okay, cool, so you can go back to that, cool. I recommend, if you can, Lou, I recommend trying to stream it. It's, streaming is what really, makes me commit to a game and actually, try and finish it. Because otherwise I get too distracted too easily. I don't think I hope he hasn't pets. I thought the blue face that came up, which was this creature, I thought that was the same fin as that kid, so I was a little alarmed. RIP impos. Yeah, that's true actually, Kraken. Yeah, it does feel like it's not a cheat, but it is kind of something which you're KOing opponents quite quick with it. It's a bit hard to get a handle on this song, mind you. Let's use the number as. I still didn't heal that much, actually. I don't. Does this have the roll-in mechanic as well, Luke? It looks like it does, doesn't it? Like the way the. Oh, I forget what you call that kind of mechanism. The way the numbers go up or down. I really can't get a feel for this song. Trying to do the. Oh, he just did a. What would you call that kind of move in Pokemon? Like one of the ones that hits 2 to 5 times. Hey! Just like Earthbound as well, they don't faint, they don't die, they become tame. Is vaguely more pacifist, I guess. Oh, so it is still here, nice. Because that's such a cool, it's a cool incentive to kind of finish a battle quickly, isn't it? They can get really creative with that design-wise. Oh no! Oh, buddy. Oh, that's fair, Lou. Yeah, I imagine you have you got like deadlines quite soon, or how do I? Oh, there we go. And how are your studies going in general, man? You the coursework all right? You know what you're doing with it? I so often didn't. I was doing that. Yeah, that's Ah! Comically covered in suits. Oh. We're staying like this, alright? Very good. No, no, Peds, I will be big overnight, just you wait. It's a healthy mindset. But yeah, I'd love to see you stream, Lou. I'd definitely tune in. It's fairly easy to get going as well, just got like OBS and Streamlabs sorted. It'll be alright from there. Yeah, if you really get the beat down, you can make on the button press in there. You can really make some of these battles quite trivial. Ah no! So it's like Earthbound in that you can have someone with you who's not really in your party for battles, but they'll like throw a rock like that kid did. That's fun. Quite pants, yeah. I had to, yeah, that's why it was taking so long earlier. I had to like really change the stream layout and add a few things in there. Seems to have come out okay, isn't it? I had to make the font as small as possible, as you can see on the chat on stream, but it's come out alright. Oh yeah? Got high word counts, have you? That sort of thing like that always makes you feel like you should be working on it, doesn't it? Like it's easy to feel guilty about doing anything else, isn't it? I think a lot of us can relate to that. Yes, it was a pleasant surprise for you to pop in here, Lou. As I say, I really appreciate it. It must have followed me a while back. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's super appreciated. It sounds like the chosen game got your attention, yeah? I know Peds was quite excited. So I've just finished streaming Monster Boy Lou, which I highly recommend actually. Wonderful, wonderful game. And yeah, I was going between a few on what to play next. And I think I decided I've put... Oh my god. We just like plunge our head in there for a moment. But yeah, I decided like this has been on the to-do list for too long, so I thought I'd just get right into it. I mean, I think part of the reason I put this off for a while is that I honestly didn't know how I was going to play it. I didn't know if I wanted the original hardware or emulation, but I think once I got into the regular swing of streaming, how much I enjoy having a chat to engage with, it made it a pretty clear decision. Tom. Yes, alright. Would everyone stop commenting on that? Have some decorum. There's a lot of very jokingly matter-of-fact dialogue in these games. It brought in here. Very weird. Yeah, that's fair, man. It is, if you're not gonna play it straight away, you might as well wait until the sale, but it is absolutely... It is brilliant. It's... Yeah, I can't say its praises enough. It's... As far as a game of that type goes, it's pretty much tuned to perfection, more or less. It's got such great design to it. Like, I kept thinking of Mario Galaxy, just how much variety there was to it. Like, just a fresh new idea around every screen on it, basically. Really wonderful game. Yeah, it's not Xbox One X enhanced, is it, Pads, or PS4 Pro? So you'd be better served getting that on PC. It sounds like. It's a shame, but I imagine maybe because they were getting out full versions as it is, the free consoles on PC, like maybe as in Pro and X support was outside the scale of what they wanted with that project. Yeah, there's a shame. Oh. I believe they're called lighter and fuel. Oh god. I don't hear any clicking sounds of anything going out of place, so... A bit squeamish when it comes to like legs getting any kind of body part like that getting twisted. Hmm. The biggest stranger suddenly started pouring. Right on cue. I love the aesthetics of this game. It's I love the kooky character designs. It's a very like pleasingly simple, yet kind of effective and distinct style, isn't it? And it seems like it doesn't seem like there's a because I think Earthbound reused a few NPC sprites. They all seem to be unique on this, which is cool. Approve. Yeah, yeah. It was very experimental, isn't it? The music. I found that so funny, like the bat enemies on this, because they do a lot of music homages in these games as well, don't they? I kept cracking up at the Batman enemy having the 60s Batman theme, basically, to it. So of course, we're playing as Lucas's dad, we are. She looks like she's got a skull on the back of her dress. I don't know if that's what that's meant to be, but I guess that's what happens when you work with this few pixels. Yes. Oh wow! I don't know if that would make it into an official Nintendo translation. It might do these days more so than 2006 or 7, but... Yes, I'm aware I was covered in soot. Stop it! They're really hammering that in, aren't they? Alright, lads. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, like, this and I believe, Rhythm Tengoku, of course, Rhythm Heaven or Paradise, they came out around the same time in 2006 on Game Boy Advance in Japan. And it was just such bad timing because I think the DS was just really taking off at that point. I guess it just won't see as being worth the localization. And of course, you couldn't really import Mother 3 unless you knew Japanese, but I did import Rhythm Tengoku, and now I just adore that series to death. And of course, we were lucky to get every subsequent game in that series localized. Yeah, there's a funny gag with a spirit in Smash Bros. Ultimate where it's just called like Ness's dad, I think, and it's just the sprite of the phone, from Earthbound you call him from. And the whichever enemy you're fighting, their attribute is that they turn invisible. Which is a little bleak in a way, isn't it? It's a little frightening. It's a very sobering atmosphere to this game, isn't there? Yeah, it's kind of curious. We just coexist with T-Rex-esque creatures in this world. I don't know if that would put this in the same continuity as Earthbound, because there's nothing like that in that game. I suspect there's probably no continuity, probably just kind of parallels, but... Oh god. We won't over pamper you. It's Snake, right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I laughed so hard at that, but I also felt bad about laughing at it. Just, they're often quite funny with the spirits, aren't they? It's a lot of gags and how they implement aspects of the spirit into the fight. You have to get very creative with it. Was this the one she sent earlier? Yeah, yeah. This is the letter we wrote earlier. Oh, that's right, yeah, Buzz Buzz is one as well. Again, one where they just use the sprite, which is so few pixels. So funny. Yeah, I do like Ness and Lucas in Smash. I do play them a fair bit. As I say, their back throw is what I'm always astounded at in those games. It's such a guaranteed KO at a certain percentage onwards. And Lucas has got he uses the snake to do a pretty far-reaching one as well. So. What was the hold on? What was the name of this chapter? Was something very strange. It was a something funeral, I think. Which I kind of laughed off as being a weirdly morbid way to start a game, but is that a sign of things to come? Hey, it's little Grumsley. Oh, you can come along, Grumsley. Come on, buddy. Aww. Absolutely. Oh, that's right, yeah. Be funny if you played as Pokey's mum during that section. Just with like a newspaper. I think it was Pokey's mum who killed her. Who killed poor Buzz Buzz. Was it Ness's mum? It was one of those. I know it was with I know the murder weapon was the newspaper anyway. Oh, look at a little doggo following us. That's quite fun though, because like Earthbound you name your dog, but on this doggo actually follows us. It was Pokey's Murray, yeah, that's right. It's a bit uncomfortable, that scene. So I know the kids get, you hear the kids getting hit like on screen in the Japanese one, don't you? Something I think they changed for ours. So wait, can I take a nap and it'll? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was worried that would like impact the. Okay, no, it's just a HP heal. It's okay. Bit irresponsible of us, but if it's not going to make time actually pass, we're okay. Calm yourself down, Tom. Come on. Oh, that's handy. Press select on an item mid-battle to know what it does. You are a stray dog. Very good dog. My dog's good too, but it's not a competition. Oh, it still sounded like that. Yeah, I feel like he still heard something, yeah. I guess using like, I guess without just using the actual sample of someone yelling, I guess they could probably only do so much to make it not sound like that. There were so many changes they made for Earthbound, weren't they, and localization. The thing is that it has a pretty amazing translation for like 95 or so. They really seem to get that quirky sense of humour down in the writing, which a lot of RPGs from that era, they had very kind of stiff translations, and it's not always the translator's fault, they just had like no time, and you also had to be fairly efficient with cartridge space back then. There was only so much text you could fit in, and like hiragana or the other, like, you know, Japanese kind of scriptures, they're a lot more efficient than English. You could say more with fewer characters. So yeah, well, that considered, like Earthbound's translation, I think there's like a few errors and mistakes with it, but by and large it turned out great. And I know this fan translation for this is considered very much of a high quality, like keeping in that same style. It's certainly been good so far. Certainly, as I say, the really kind of offbeat sense of humour is captured really nicely here. It can't be an easy job keeping that spirit from the Japanese text while still making it kind of flow and understandable in a different language like that. Yeah, I guess so. We're so spoilt with worldwide releases now, aren't we, more or less? Like, RPGs in particular used to often take a good while, didn't they? Sort of within the last 10 years or so, that started to stop, didn't it? Because, like, didn't Pokemon games used to take like a year or two to come out over here, I want to say? I think it was with maybe one of the DS ones, it was finally worldwide on the same day, more or less. Or it might be an X and Y, actually. So I remember hearing the people who would import the Japanese versions of Pokemon games and try and play through them, even not knowing Japanese. In fact, there's just no need for that now. Yeah, I don't think there's much reason to explore about where I am, but I'll have a quick wander. Also, pets, I probably won't ever use fast forwards on this, I don't think. seem to be much reason to on this, especially with a run like this. And the battles go quite quickly as is. It will still mute the game if I do put it on fast forwards in the emulator, but we probably don't need to worry, I don't think. Yeah, very good early impressions on this so far. It was X and Y, yeah, that seems right from memory, from what I recall. I do remember them making a big deal of that. Wait, Reggie's house? Man. It's more than one canonical Nintendo Reggie. Oh. Get him, kids. I will with games pending, Peds. If I have another Rayman 1 situation where it's basically impossible without infinite lives, I am going to do that. And a lot of games do benefit from the quickened pace of the fast forward feature in emulators. Well, funny enough, usually RPGs, but again, this one seems snappy enough, and whatnot, I'll happily I won't use it here. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, with ORAS, which they're still very small potatoes compared to what it used to be, isn't it? Just only a week. Maybe something just came up last minute with that. Oh yeah, I forgot about our friend here. Oh, very, not terribly talkative friend. No zombies allowed. Graves of them look so scenic as well. Yeah, a lot of the recent Final Fantasy releases have. Yeah, 12 did on console, definitely. They generally... I think they have done on PC, but the one weird exception is I think FF7 on PS4 has fast forward, while it doesn't on PC. But then it's like, but then 10 does on PC, but it doesn't on... It gets confusing. Hopefully it's in all the Switch ports coming out. And yeah, to be honest, FF12, from what I play, is a pretty slow going game, so fast forward really benefits that. We'll attempt NES Silver Surfer one day, maybe, Ped, so... forgive the lack of enthusiasm, despite the amazing soundtrack in that game, but... You can join me, Wes. We do have another party member. Although we have got Doggo, who is best party member. Yeah, we put lasagna as our favourite food. It was the Batman food. Little Grumsley peering over the HP box. was a good turn. Demon's Crest is on the to-do list as well, Peds. I did love what I played of that. Finish off the Gargoyles Quest games whenever I get to that. I think play so many games at once. Muffin, nice. I've gone with all the actually, wait, you're not. I don't think you're meant to have dogs in jacuzzis or any kind of hot spring water. And thankfully, little Grumsley seems okay. But yeah, we kept all the default names for the human characters. Like, if it... To be honest, if it weren't for Smash, I might have been tempted to call Lucas my own name, but... I don't know, maybe I just feel like I've got Lucas in my head now for that character after Smash. Just the batty felt a little strange. Nice. Or stuff, just like Earthbound, the level up music has a curiously kind of angelic quality to it. It's quite fun. And the inventory seems a bit more generous on this, at least, thankfully. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, of course, yeah. I think it was only like 8 items per character on Earthbound. Whatever it was, it did not feel like enough. And granted, that was kind of part of the challenge of that game, the inventory management, but it did get very annoying. And probably, to be honest, I'd say that was my biggest problem with Earthbound, I think. Even though I loved it overall, the inventory management gets very fiddly, like the interface isn't that great for it either. Nice. Yeah, you get the beat down, you can kill some of these like the first turn. Snack. Hello, Snack. Yeah, it's true. This is kind of an ensemble cast, isn't it? It seems like. Mighty bitey snake. The snake's expression. That was my face the entire time I was watching Spider-Man 3. Oh no, Pugs! Grums even. Not Pugs, we didn't call it. This is good. No, it's just going to be all those nice RPGs where status ailments don't continue after battle. It looks like it is, yeah. Oh no, he's still got poison. Do we have an anti? Oh, we do have antidotes. There we go. Back in a second, guys. Just gonna take a quick loo break. Oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah, that item's in Smash Ultimate, right? That's what that is. The one that makes your controls reversed. Ah, but nice. Back in a second. There we go. It's somewhat appropriate we've got like Earthbound text boxes for some of the fins on the stream. It's quite fun. There we go. So yeah, I'll probably do like maybe half an hour more of this. I won't go too late tonight. I'll try not to anyway. Let's turn you off. Don't worry about the game disappearing. There we go. Yep. Ah, hey! You're pretty good. Oh, cheers. So that expression just keeps cracking me up. Love the look of that silly snake's face. "16 hits, is it? Yeah." Oh, that's quite cool actually. They've rendered a behind. They've done a behind sprite for every enemy as well. If you sneak up on them. I got 9 on that one. Impressed they went to that effort to do that. Partner's famous for their world-class lasagna. Should have made that like beans on toast or something, shouldn't they? Got a couple more hits in with the dog. Oh, he snuck up on it. Nice. Oh, now we don't get to see its goofy face. I wonder if this does the same for this Earthbound, where if it's going to be a battle, you'll definitely win. Actually, yeah, I think they've run it away from me. I think. So I remember enemies in Earthbound did that if you were at a high enough level. I remember the fin in Earthbound where the, where, yeah, you would just defeat an enemy automatically if it was low enough level into it. Yeah, I happen to be quite exhausted with fighting a lot of enemies. RPG. Feel a little level up. Oh, did that? Oh, sorry, did that not work? Oh, I probably put that in incorrectly. Let's have a look. I don't think I've actually put it in at all. Wow, okay, hold on. Sorry about that. I've got loads of goofy sound effects on here, basically, Lou. Where are we? Let's try that now. I must have forgotten to actually implement that one.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
There you go. Yeah, if you look on the Twitch page...
Rock off, Featherface!
I feel like those two should have been the other way around, actually. Somebody please think of the children in response to Dante saying flock off. Very good. But yeah, it's a bit of a goofy thing I've really embraced on this silly channel. Of course, they get quite in-jokey. Or a bit mocking if I'm not playing very well. Which is strangely often, now that I think about it. I notice it seems like subsequent hits with the rhythm thing, they do less damage as well. So I guess it's like combos in fighting games are usually like that as well. I think I'll probably try and, assuming we can get to the end of the chapter within the next half an hour, we'll try and get to that, I think. I would do like a 4-hour stream like I sometimes do. Yeah, I'm glad you tried that particular one, Lou. I guess no one else had tried that, or they had, I hadn't noticed. Of course, I completely forgot to implement it. Nice. I love that graphic for the for a critical hit, just this prolonged smash in that very comic booky font. House. Oh, sorry, brother. Oh, you're right, brother. You're okay. Really? That's cool. Oh, so you can like charge into them. That's interesting. Actually, yeah, let's try. Actually, yeah, I think I've run into them before anyway. Maybe it depends on certain enemies you can do it with. Nice. Let's try to get behind. Never mind. It's some sort of baked. So we got baked yam as a consumable item. So I baked one of these. Curious. So you enjoyed World of Light, Lou? I really liked it, honestly. It's it goes on quite a bit, but I think there's enough variety to the spirit fights, and the map maneuvering the map often gets quite clever on it. As I said, a big part of the appeal for me is just how goofily they've implemented a lot of the spirits onto it. Oh, Cricket, is that like the Tekken Tag style mode where you where you go like 3 characters at a time or so? It's like each character is a stock or so, isn't it? That's it, yeah. I don't think you can do that online, can you? You should be able to, because it's such a cool little mechanic. It's a great way of meaning you can't rely on the same character. Yeah, it seems like quite a few of the things aren't. So I love Stage Morph for kind of goofy all-out fights, but maybe that's just quite technically demanding, so they haven't got it online, unfortunately. I'll warn you now, and Cricket will laugh because he'll recall this from me streaming it. It's easy to assume you're closer to the end than you actually are in World of Light. It's a bit of a bugger like that. It kind of keeps going. But often in kind of surprising or clever ways, so I didn't mind too much. It was just a pain because I kept giving my streams a title.
Should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Getting all the Devil May Cry ones out of it. Oh, really? That's interesting, Cricken. And yeah, I've noticed that with it, taking a while with sometimes with the alt costumes. To the extent I've tried to remember, like, say which one is green for Richter, or like, I've tried to remember them on a few characters so I can...
I go on, go on, go on.
I think I wanted to make that go on in text originally, but then I realised that'd be goon written out. Suppose I could have capitalised the second though. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain that. I wonder if that's any better if you've got the game installed to the Switch, like on the built-in memory. We did the right items. So the audio always sounds a bit distorted when I go to the. I'll have to check if there's been a bit of audio crackling on this, which I wouldn't have expected with Game Boy Advance emulations. So I might have to look into that. Time for next stream. I'm using the Vulkan renderer, maybe I should try another one. Let's see where they go. The left. Oh, no, oh come on, that can count as a surprise attack. It does almost seem like they'd want you to discover the little rhythm mechanic by accident, it seems like, doesn't it? Like maybe you just press A at a time and not expecting and you notice it kind of... And the fact it's represented by a musical note, maybe that would kind of clue you on to the... I like the dog sound effects. Well, of course I do, but... Yeah, I said to that, that doesn't sound right. I thought it'd be safe, as I said, I thought it'd be safe on that from a Game Boy Advance emulation. Maybe let's choose a different emulator. In fact, it's mostly fine, but... Really, Lewis? It hasn't made much of a difference, has it? Okay. So I'm thinking of like some Digital Foundry comparisons they did of like Mario Kart 8 loading, and it was a bit quicker on the Switch internal storage versus cartridge or SD card. Same with Breath of the Wild. But it does seem like something that in some cases it won't make a difference, like it's probably per game, and even then it might not always be like transformative results in terms of how different it is. That's cool you've got it installed on there, man. That's quite clever for Smash. You can just play it without having to change the cards. Oh, Lucas. I'll get you better. Yeah, I'm hoping, there's a few things I'm hoping they improve with patches on Smash. I'm trying to think what they are off the top of my head. Oh, the big one is, being able to change the settings of a lobby after you've opened it. It's ridiculous you've got to quit out of it. Hey. I probably would. I will give that a go, Peds. For some reason, I fancy torturing myself and go through Zelda 2 again because I do like the game. It's just, God, it's tough. But since I have done a playthrough of it without save states, I'm going to abuse the hell out of playing it on Switch. But that's this week they go up, isn't there? All 2 of them, unless you have the Famicom app, which I do, but we shouldn't have to go to that effort. I don't know why they don't just put Join Mech Fight on our app as well. Just have a warning that's in Japanese, or have something there. It looks bad when it's only 2 this time. Beef jerky? Okay, I've noticed something weird. For some reason, if I'm here on the menu, the sound gets distorted and crackled, but it's fine everywhere else. What does it not like about the peculiar cheese? Is it really? Is that the emulator wanted me not to feed a dog cheese? It's really strange. Yeah, I might change emulator if it might help. So I'm used to the one that I'm pretty sure was recommended. Yeah. Actually, let's try something very quickly. Let's try the thing I've got to reduce input lag. If I turn that on. No, it still does it. Oh, weird. Yeah, I could do with a few tweaks to quick play as well. I'm glad it seems to be better now, at least for finding matching players, which I like. Oh, that'd be cool for Blaster Master pads, yeah. I forgot you streamed Zero. I love the hell out of Zero. Although, unfortunately, Zero's a bit weird because the default mode is too easy, and then the really hard one you unlock is really grueling. It'd be nice if there was something in between. But it's an awesome game, and I'm excited to, again, probably using save states quite a lot, really give the original another go. Something slightly unclean and not very tasty cookies on mine. He looks like Jeff, doesn't he, this one, from Earthbound? Oh, actually, no, he kind of looks like, he looks like sort of Jeff, like Pokey as well, like, cause you couldn't see Pokey's eyes either, and he had similar blonde hair for the shape. Yeah, I've got, This is... Yeah, it looks like this is like a fork of Visual Boy Advance I'm using, yeah. There's quite a few, let's have a look. There's quite a few GBA options on here. It's your MGBA. Yeah, I got the impression this was the best and most accurate one, but I'll have to check on that, I think. No, it wasn't. If this wasn't human, then no, it wasn't me. Oh. Didn't you basically break your leg? Or I guess you twisted an ankle, maybe. Fair play. Oh, I'm sure he will, Bennett. Experts when it comes to getting in the way. And Hardy there. Whoa, really? They can actually emulate the tilt sensor. Yeah, I hope hopefully the save file I've played on will be compatible. I think it should be. I might need to like move it location-wise, but yeah, I'll try MGBA next time. Thanks for the heads up, guys. I don't know why I thought this one was the best one. That's the thing with RetroArch, you are kind of overwhelmed with options, but it is good you have those options at the same time. Game Boy camera support as well, wow. That's exciting with the tilt sensing, so you could, I don't know, like play WarioWare with, WarioWare Twisted with, I suppose like a Switch Pro controller, or any kind of controller with, motion capabilities, right? Maybe a mouse as well. So I get really bad vibes here. Oh no, I meant that in a good way. Getting good bad vibes. What have you found, buddy? There you go. Oh, that wine! My best buddy. You found a bobbable wall, have you, Grumsley? You find that hitting it made a different sound to a wall you can't bomb. Oh. Oh, I do recognise this guy, actually, Again, we're gonna be a bit boring and just go with the default names. Duster. Strange but nice guy with unexpected skills. Supports DS? Wow. Oh, DS emulation of... Oh, wow, okay. Oh, he's a cool character, is he? Nice. Why do you have his sock? That's right, all right. Ugh. Poor Grumsy. Aww. It's my Grum. Oh my goodness! Check this out. Oh. This game's more cinematic than I expected. Got surprised on that front. On was it Duster? Was his name? Oh. Ah. What a good boy. My Grumsley. He's got some proper bed hair, doesn't he? Look like a Grum. Thief skills he studied since childhood. His walk animation. This lord's pink trousers. Wow! That's rad. Oh, okay. Sure as I stood, eh? Look at Grumsley climb up too. Hey. That sounds like that's sampled from Earthbound. That sounds like a very SNES jingle, that. It's those horn samples in particular. Oh no. Okay, that's definitely taken from Earthbound, that quote-unquote song there. Mischievous Mole. Hey! Seemed quite forgiving there. And got all 16 hits. Funny for this as well, this, oh god. Oh good, RetroArch crashed. It's been that long since we saved, so it's not too bad, but, oh. Strange, just going to the, just go into the RetroArch menu caused it to crash. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Why is there no load game option? We're okay. Thank God for save states, we're okay. Okay, so we are actually going to fast forward this because we've done all this. Oh, thank God I just happened to instinctively press save state there. Oh, thank God. So yeah, don't mind the... There we go. Oh, hold on. So yeah, I'll quickly go back for all this, but... Oh. Just that. So yeah, that might be, if that was the emulator cause that, it might be retro. To be fair, it's another reason to not use that emulator, isn't it? Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Really nice piano cover of the Link's Awakening ending theme. It's gonna help us feel a bit less annoyed about having to do all this again. There we go. Right, save state there. We're going to save state fairly often if it's going to not be very reliable. Don't worry about the game disappearing on the screen briefly. Yeah, I'll probably stream that actually. Yoshi's Crafted. Is it Crafted Conundrum? That's what it's called, is it? Yeah, I really liked Woolly World, so I'm up for that. The story trailer was adorable for that, wasn't it? Cheers. Cool. So just under 2 hours in. Right, so what we'll do, we're going to close RetroArch quickly. Because I assume it creates the save file when you leave RetroArch. Which is a bit of a problem if it ends up if it ends up crashing like that. There we go. Sorted. So, but we'll save state fairly often just in case. Oh my god! Do the biomechanical thing with... Goodness. Hey guys. They seem sheepish, don't they? Boss fight? Oh my god. Bit frightening, isn't that? He constructs his caravan. Oh, what's brute force? Sniff. Smells like a mechanical. I don't know how to pronounce that actually. Chimera? Weak against lightning. Weak against numbers. I like each character have their own kind of unique musical motif going on with their sounds. So it's maybe more likely to miss as I go. There you go, Bennett. Just do regular attacks with Flint for now, I think. Duster got given the nut bread from the dog. What's a hygiene? Oh wow! Oh, those are bad. Should have done a better job there. There we go. Let's get what is it? Hey! So I'm guessing that power smash move Flint has, I guess you can just use that at intervals, but like in between it'll have a low chance of hitting. Gonna scarp her off though. They left their pig pizza cardboard box. All the creatures around here suck, we need to make him cooler. So the theme will be tougher, rougher, badder. My god. So preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think whether they should. I like that name, Crafted Conundrum. That works for me. I like that. Mischievous balls. Successful. Sorry, I really should put that on silent. I have that problem every stream, I always forget. Put my phone on silent. Cricket, have you got awesome games done quick on, and if so, what are they currently speedrunning? I was lucky earlier. If I'd have been doing that, if I'd have been safe state, we would have lost the 2 hours of progress. Tip of the hat. Okay, so it's a move that misses often but really hits when it lands. What's going on Ah, found the kids. I don't know if we accomplished that much on the cliff, really, did we? Aww. Halo Reach. Oh wow, okay. I think that's still... Is that still 360 only, I think? I think that was on the Master Chief Collection. So... Shit, I missed the second bit he said. So, yeah, just this way, this way. Ah, Lucas speaks. Oh. Oh. I had a feeling this was... I feel like I have heard this somewhere, but... Oh god. pretty goddamn rough. Oh, jeez. Oh, alright, Flip. Alright. Damn, man. Frickin'. Oh, frickin'. How many chapters are there, Lou? Because I'll pretty much have to call it, Oh god, we ended up in the, Is it like there aren't that many chapters, but they're quite long, or do they vary in length? That is a bit of a rough note to end the stream on, isn't it? But I'm gonna have to stop it, so a little bit now. That was amazingly well. That was really well done. I mean, you kind of, yeah, you can kind of feel the game is leading up to that. I don't think I feel like I have read that does happen in this somewhere. But I was doubting my memory of if I had read that. Really, they're very length quite a bit, is it? That's kind of a pain in the way, because it means it'll be tough to know when to stop a stream, doesn't it? Yeah, I can't believe how well they pulled off that sequence. I'm actually not sure what to do yet. Stay in the same place. Oh, I'll pull. Oh, it's close. Oh. Kid claws. Was the whole game you in jail for the rest of your life? Fuck's sake, it's like every game of Monopoly I end up playing. Clever kid. Oh, so that's where the core was. Lab duster. Yeah, I had an idea this game gets pretty heavy, but man. Let's go see Reggie. No, unfortunately I've gone through all the nuts. Should try and hold on to them. Try to find a frog to save, so we can call it. This is a really sad note to end the stream on. Were you quite shocked by that first time you came across that pit as well, Lewis? Oh. I guess I could just go by save state, but I would like to actually get it as a proper save as well. Where the frog's gone? I feel like we should have come across one by now. There we are. Sorted. Oop. There we go. Thanks so much everyone who tuned in. Sorry I had to end on a bit of a bummer though. But yeah, if we've got like still another half, or at least quite a lot of the chapters to go, yeah, we'll call it there, I think. Yeah, thanks so much everyone. Yeah, Lou, it was such a pleasant surprise for you to tune in, man. Thanks so much. I always appreciate that. Yeah, that's one of I think a lot of the games I've played lately haven't really aimed for emotional highs or lows. I mean, especially low in that case, like that, so... I've been a very gameplay-focused game, so... It was quite a shock. Yeah, super impressed with this so far. I'm really going to like it, I think. I think it's going to be a bit rough. Emotionally like that. Well, I've been going for like 2.5 hours, Peds. As I said, I didn't want to do a really long stream. No, I still haven't eaten, actually. That's still the main reason. If no one's streaming in an hour or so, I might pop on again, but don't count on that. to be honest, I wouldn't mind tuning into AGDQ actually this evening. But yeah, thanks so much everyone. You all take it easy, okay? Bye bye.